The Indian smartphone market is growing tremendously, and till very recently it has been dominated by the international players of the likes of Samsung, Apple, HTC, Sony, etc. The flagship devices of this brand come at over 30-35k Indian rupees, and they bring the latest specs to the market. Now, after the insane success of the Micromax Canvas 2 and Canvas HD, who by the way used to have very capable specs but costed less than half of those international brands, a lot of local Indian brands got the confidence to jump into the wagon and started producing similar spec devices that are to the Canvas HD and Canvas 2, and also priced almost similar to those two devices. What's up guys, nothingwired.com, and today we have one such similar device called Spice Stellar Pinnacle Pro MI535. That's a very long name, I know. Now, does this guy differentiate itself from the huge sea of Indian manufacturer flagship smartphones? We're gonna see that in this review video. The box in which the MI535 comes is a fairly big compared to the smartphone, but it's also very durable. It's manufactured using very high quality thick cardboard, and that's the phone. You have all specs and stuff here. So there would be your price. What's the price? Yeah, 7990 is the MRP, but you'll get it for much cheaper with your local vendor or any online retailer. Then you have again some quick specs here. This box is already open, and this I've just attached to get into the groove mainly. So I'm gonna show you what's in the box anyway. So we open this, and then we get to, that's the MI535 Spice Stellar Pinnacle Pro MI535. Yeah, beautiful device, brown color. So that's apparently the only color this device comes in. We get a screensaver, yeah, but the package does not list it, so I'm not sure if you'd get it for retail version. Don't blame me if you don't. And it has pretty nice protection, the phone. Then you have the 2550 mAh battery. There you have your regular micro USB port, and then a pair of earphones that has a control but not the volume rocker. It's only the call control button there. Silver plated 3.5mm jack. You have quite fancy looking USB adapter, round pin. Then you have some documents. That's a service center list. You have your user manual, so the guys who are new to this kind of smartphone would do well going through this. Then you have what's quick reference guide. Yep. And then they also give this flip cover. Now, you do not need to change your back cover to have this flip cover, so you can straight away attach the phone there and you're ready to go. It also protects the camera because so whenever you're placing the device anywhere, it won't hit the glass because of the cover there. Nice rugged looking cover. Also, although we do not exactly like the color of the leather, it's good quality leather, but the color somehow makes it look a little old than it is. Yeah, so that's the MI535. Yep. The MI535 is a very regular looking device. You've probably seen tens of these devices in the market. It tries to differentiate it by minor factors like those, the design of the hotkeys here, and then the design of the camera periphery here. It also has dual LED flash and gives a nice color, brown color, almost like a brown with a golden metal tinge. It's all plastic though. And to differentiate from other local manufacturers' phones, it made its screen 5.3 inch, so it has a 5.3 inch IPS display, but with only a QHD resolution. That means 540 by 960 pixels, while some of its competitors, including the Canvas HD, has a 720p display, which is 720 by 1280. So 540 by 960 on a 5.3 inch display translates to about 208 ppi of color density. Not exactly mind-blowing. The construction looks rugged. It's not the lightest device in the market, including the battery. Weighs about 197 grams. It also about 10.3 mm thick, which is again not your thinnest packs. Yeah. So 5.3 inch diagonal screen is encased in a 5.9 inch body, although it has fairly thin bezels. Nice round kind of curved coming out glass there. So all in all, a nice looking device and pretty rugged, so it will definitely survive a few unintentional drop. On the back you have a very subtle rubberized texture that would give a good hold. It won't attract fingerprints. It also won't attract oil, by the way, so that's a good thing. However, the front side is very glossy, and there you see it's a lot of fingerprints and creases. Yeah, so the screen, and as I told you, some fancy soft keys there. That's the same home, back and menu. On top you have the earpiece, you'll have the notification light and your sensor, and then you have the first 5MP fixed focus front camera in the industry. You have the Canvas 4 right now, which also comes with a 5MP camera, but this probably is the first phone with a 5MP front camera. If I'm wrong, please tell us in the comment. This side you have the volume rocker, and that's the camera hardware key, again a good addition. On top you have the power button, the micro USB port, and the 3.5mm jack. There's nothing much here except your mouthpiece. And yeah, the back side you have the noise cancelling mic there, which I was looking for just now. You have the 8MP autofocus camera with dual LED flash, another good thing. You have the Spice logo and then your speaker grill. Yeah, so all in all, things are in place. We like the addition of the camera hardware button here, really. And then that's the hole to open the back flap, so you're gonna open the back flap. So although the flap is also plastic, but it's not very thin. Yeah, I'm not sure if you get different colored back flap. I don't think so, but it looks quite durable, although plastic. So it supports dual SIM, so you have two full-size SIM going in here, and then you have your micro SD card slot there, and then the battery. Yeah, so fairly standard look and design there, but with some nice additions, like again the camera hardware key and dual LED flash and stuff. So nice curvy body, we like it. Let's check out the user interface once, and I'm gonna start up this device. And for all you geeks out there who are interested in processors and RAMs and all, this guy is powered by, yes, the most popular processor with the local Indian manufacturers. That's the 1.2 gigahertz quad-core MediaTek processor, and the startup and end tune is really annoying, I'll tell you. Apart from the processor, it has 1 GB RAM, it has 16 GB internal storage. On the back, as I told you before, an 8 MP autofocus camera, 5 MP fixed focus camera. It takes a micro SD card, so 16 GB plus up to 32 GB of storage. Yeah, this guy is powered by Jelly Bean 4.2. Now we'll have to see what exactly minor version of 4.2, whether it's 4.2.1 or 4.2.2. But yeah, that's pretty much the vanilla Android Jelly Bean ROM there. Already lags just a bit, not much though. It's lagging because all the home screens are like stuffed with widgets. You see? Yep. So 5 home screen, you cannot add or remove them, and long press to add only the wallpaper. To add any widgets, you'll have to go to the widget menu here and then drag them. Yeah, there you see, you can choose any bookmark and place it there. Yeah, so you have an app dock which is customizable. Yeah. Then you can go to menu here, you can manage your apps or wallpaper, and then you can go to the system settings. Let's first go to about phone, and it's 4.2.1, so not the latest one but pretty close. That's the build number and stuff. So pretty usual Jelly Bean settings there. There you see, it does not have NFC, of course. Yeah, so you have some cool additions like boot accelerations. So you can also fast boot this device, so you can have that selection as well. So you also have a gesture screen lock, then what else, securities, then you have all these accounts, no Twitter. I don't understand if I mean, isn't Twitter important? We haven't seen Twitter in many of the manufacturers add account options. Twitter is very important. Then you have the notification pane there. Yep, I can clear all of this from here, or I can go to the quick function toggle. Now let's check out the main app deck. So you have, of course, all the Google default Android apps, and then some third-party apps as well, like for example NQ mobile security. You also have the antivirus and all stuff. So good addition as far as security is concerned. So this guy protects you while you're on call, while you're browsing, while you have installed new app. It also takes a backup of your phone contacts. There you see. So when you go and run a checkup, it also gives you a list of the trending apps, and you can also back up your contacts, and you can also enable the anti-theft option. You can also go to the premium zone to pay and have some premium features. Then the browser, again same as the vanilla browser. So you go and create your tabs here, and then you can delete it from there and all. And it does not support Flash, by the way. Those are your settings. You can force a desktop site from here, and let's check out what's the HTML5 test. Yeah, so let's check out what's the score. Yep, and it should not be much different from what the other local Indian manufacturers' phones are. .434 plus 12, that means 446. Pretty decent out of 500, that is. Yeah, so that's the browser. Apart from that, you have a calculator, calendar, the camera app. Again, pretty much the same interface. There you see, you have all these modes here: HDR, portrait, panorama, multi-angle, some auto scenes modes, smile detection, and whatnot. Yeah, that's your flash and that's your front camera. Tap it here to go to the gallery, tap here to take a still. Even the animation is same. Click this, start recording. Yeah, press this again to stop recording. You have the detail settings here. You can use GPS and white balance and whatnot. Then your still settings. You can also have a self timer, continuous shot, 40 shots and 99 shots, which is quite good. And then you can have 8 MP, and if you want to have, so you can have preview, full screen or 4:3 ISO. And then here you have time-lapse interval. Yeah, then some effects. These are pretty weird effects and I don't understand, or I'm missing something. Just record and start recording with you, and yep, so stop recording, go there, watch it. I don't know what's this. It's something that I don't know of really. Yeah, so that's camera interface. Then you have Chrome. If you do not like the default browser, you have Documents to go. It's not a full version, by the way, so you cannot create or edit document. You can only view documents. To create or edit, you need to upgrade it to the full version. You have the file manager, again same, FM radio, gallery, no surprises again. Yeah, that's some of the photos. So we'll come back to this during performance. So you can share your photos by all these means, or you can long press to select multiple photos and then again share or delete or edit them. Yeah, then what else? You have some other apps like Hi Camera, which is basically a camera with some nice fancy little UI. These are same, some of your shooting modes or scene modes, but just that fancy way to present them. On top you have those panorama and beauty and that. Yeah, so let's go back, and then you have something called as Hi Connect. It's for Wi-Fi hotspots. Yeah, so a lot of third-party apps as well. So Nova Tree and NFS we install. You have Nimbus, for example. You have M Tracker, and you have that Screenshot UX Trial again I've installed. Yeah, so one of Spice apps at last, Spice Gang. You have WhatsApp, Vault, TOI. All this came with the ROM, and these are third-party. Yeah, so pretty much the same UI, only different is in terms of the apps that these manufacturers provide. So not much surprises on the interface level. The system is pretty fast and smooth, although you might see slight lag, especially when you're multitasking and you have a lot of background apps, and also when you load all your home pages with widgets, then you might see slight lag. There also could be some lag when you suddenly come out of an app to the home screens. There would be a slight delay before the app goes to the background. Apart from those, there isn't much lag generally, and the phone is perfect for everyday medium to heavy usage. The call quality is fine, but the reception is excellent, and we love the antenna. It has a very strong antenna and very good reception. We could still call perfectly, and my voice did not break in places where most of the phone otherwise would have failed. For example, on our second level basement, on the escape stairs, or even while I was moving up inside elevator, I could actually keep the call alive, although I couldn't talk because the voice was breaking so much, but the call did not get disconnected while I was going up to the third floor. Multimedia playback performance is mixed really. The gallery is the stock one, so there's not much to complain about that. It's great gallery. You have all the usual options like multi-selection and then editing, deleting, sharing, and the galleries are arranged in stacks and all those kind of stuff. Then the music output via speakers is pretty flat and devoid of bass, and it's also not very loud. However, the output via the supplied earphones is loud enough and is pretty decent, but again devoid of deep bass. It could play 1080p videos without skipping the frames, but not many video codecs are supported. The MI535 clicks pretty decent photos under enough light, natural or artificial. However, the dynamic range is pretty low, and when you have shadows in your photos, then much of the details is lost in that, and the camera does not do a very good job of recovering those details. However, the colors come out pretty natural in terms of hue or saturation, but we saw an overall purple tinge on the body, and we're not sure whether it's a lens thing or the camera reads the white balance that way, or I'm not sure. The video recording is very good and without any haziness or pixelation. The MI535 can play most games perfectly, including the usual common games like Angry Bird or your Temple Run and that fruit slicing thing, but it skips a few frames and takes a long time in launching Nova 3, although it could play Nova 3, but whenever you're launching that game initially, or even while you're saving the progress, it takes a long time. Could play NFS Most Wanted again perfectly, except in places, for example, when you pump up the nitro, it just skips a few frames. But other than that, for most of the games, this guy is perfect. The Spice Pinnacle Pro MI535 is a very decent device, but it's against some formidable foe both from the international as well as from the local Indian market to compete against. Now, does this guy differentiate itself enough? Well, we found out that it does. It has a slightly bigger screen size than most of the local manufacturers' usual screen size nowadays, which seems to be 5-inch at least. This guy has a 5.3-inch. Also, this guy has a pretty strong front camera, and in fact the first 5MP front camera in the industry. After that, there are a couple of more devices that came with the 5MP front camera, but this guy was the first one. However, the screen resolution is only average and does not match up to the HD resolution of some of the other local or international competitors. This guy is priced pretty competitively at 13,000 odd and will compete greatly with the Indian manufacturers and would give you a definite edge over the international flagship, which cost more than twice the price of this device. And especially if you're tight on your budget, this guy could be one of one on your short list. Now, should you choose it over the other Indian manufacturers' handset? Yes, definitely, because this guy does most of the things correct. The resolution is a bit low, but it has a great battery life, nice camera features at least, and the camera quality are also on the decent size and better than many of the other models. Against the international competitor, of course they cost twice as much, so they have to have stronger specs, and they have to be more powerful. But then if you're tight on budget, if you don't have in excess of 35k to at your disposal, then again this guy is a very strong candidature for shortlisting your 3 phones that are great value for money. Yeah, so that was our complete review of the Spice Pinnacle Pro MI535. If you liked this video, if you liked our analysis, please hit the like button, ask us any questions in the comments, and we'll try to answer those. And if you like us, if you like our channel, if you like the awesome content that we try to bring you regularly, please subscribe to the channel Nothing Wired. Thank you.